Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Hours of today, according to family sources and other executives of the NPP. Mr. Kwami died this morning, though the cause of his death is yet to be known. The party, that is the NPP, and Parliament is yet to officially issue a statement on the passing of the NPP MP. Now, this is the NPP who currently has an issue in court with regards to this particular seat, the Akwatia seat in the Eastern region. In February this year, a judge in Akwatia ordered that Mr. Kwami stops carrying himself as the Member of Parliament for Akwatia. Subsequently, a contempt was issued against him, and later in March this year, the Supreme Court ordered for Mr. Kwami to be given a fair hearing in regards to his contempt case. Let's go on the phone lines and speak to our parliamentary correspondent, Ni Ayikwe Okan. Ayi, good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. Now, this is news just coming in. Has this hit Parliament already?
Well, Howard, the unfortunate news that we are all hearing is that the Member of Parliament for Akwatia, Enerst, has passed on. This information we gathered from the leadership of the New Patriotic Party in Parliament here. What we have also gathered is that they are in touch with the family to know exactly what went on. And unfortunately, we actually heard the news just some few minutes ago. However, sitting hasn't started yet. We are expecting proceedings to commence at 2 p.m. This is an MP that was in the House just last Thursday, and information we have also gathered is that he was even on some media platforms for discussions during the holiday that was on Friday. So it comes as a shock that just this morning the demise of the MP is heard all over. We are expecting that once proceedings begin, we would hear something officially from the minority side of the House or even from the Speaker to that effect. But as it stands now, the chamber is empty. There is no MP here at the moment. We even gathered that the minority had planned to march to the office of EOCO to protest against the detention of the former CEO of the National Football Fast Stock, Abdul Hanan. However, we are not too certain if that would take place due to this unfortunate incident that has been recorded this morning. So as it stands now, there's nobody here. Like I indicated earlier, we're expecting that from 2 p.m. the House would officially begin, and then we'll see the MPs coming in. This is most likely to change the mood of the House due to the unfortunate news that has just come in. Howard,
tell us more about this MP who is here, apart from us knowing that he's serving the good people of Akwatia. What more can we know about Enerst Kwami in terms of his work in Parliament?
Enerst Kwami is a first-time Member of Parliament representing the people of Akwatia. If you would recall, during the swearing-in of the Members of Parliament for the 9th Parliament, caution was notice was served that he has legal issues surrounding his seat. So, if possible, he should hold on until the determination has been done before he could partake in any swearing-in to officially assume his role as a Member of Parliament. However, his caucus sided with him that he could still proceed to take the oath, and the Akwatia High Court issued contempt against him to that effect, which contempt the Supreme Court actually quashed away. So that has been the issue surrounding this particular MP. He is a member of the Lands and Natural Resources Committee and the House Committee of Parliament. Like I said earlier, last Thursday he was in the House, very vibrant, and then partaking in conversations with lawmakers. He sits at the back, and then he partakes in conversations with colleagues on the floor of the House. Apart from that, he is also a vibrant member of the Minority Caucus who also engages with the media whenever they have issues that they would want to address the media on. You mostly would also see him take part in such activities. Howard,
what does this mean for the sittings of Parliament if officially it comes to the Speaker and thereby an announcement is made on the floor of his demise? What does this mean to the work of the House going forward?
Obviously, this will create a vacancy in the House, and what the Speaker will do is that the Clerk of Parliament would also communicate to the Electoral Commission, and then subsequently they would open by-elections, and then we will see an election take place for his replacement. That will take place between both political parties that are interested to contest that particular seat in Akwatia. So for now, the official declaration hasn't been made yet. Once that is done, the Clerk of Parliament would communicate to the Electoral Commission of the vacancy in the House, and then the needed procedure would follow. How?
Sittings, you told us, is expected to start at 2. But from the moment you heard about this particular demise of the Akwatia MP, what has been the level of communication, the mood in Parliament regarding his death, even though certain commences at 2?
So once we called some of the New Patriotic Party NPP members of Parliament to seek confirmation from them, most of them were very down in their tone. You could tell that they have been hit very hard by this particular news, and most of them were very down in their tone. They are very sad. You could tell from their tone that it is an unpleasant news that has hit the minority caucus of the House. Besides, there are only 88 in the House, so losing a member, of course, would also be a big blow to them. So it's not one of a pleasant tone here in the House at the moment. It's quite a sad scene all over, and it appears, or it's most likely would be the mood of the House when proceedings officially begin at 2 p.m.
Now, before we let you go, today sitting start at 2. How is it going to change? Is there going to be any difference in the way Parliament will conduct its business, looking at the fact that one of their own is passed away?
Well, so that would be at the discretion of the Speaker, Alban Bagbin. If there is the need for the House to adjourn after a few considerations of legislative processes, the Speaker would adjourn the House until further notice. However, what we are expecting is that, like I said earlier, the mood of the House will change. Those who have heard the news and are yet to come to the House are likely to wear black attire from the minority side to show solidarity with the demise of their colleague, and probably from the majority side as well. You could also see some of these MPs who would also be adorned in black attire just to mourn the passing of their colleague member of Parliament for Akwatia, Enerst Kwami. Sometimes it could also be that there wouldn't be any official communication today, because if the Speaker hasn't received any official communication from the family, he could also hold on until there's that official communication or confirmation from the family before he would also make that known to the House. But if the minority side or the MPP side of the House have also had any official confirmation, that could also be done by the minority leader, Alexander Penyamaken.
Grateful for your time. Ni Ayuko Yokan is our parliamentary correspondent. Let's go live to the home region of the departed Akwatia MP, that is the Eastern region. Neoni Amate Kanako is our correspondent in that particular region. Kanako, thank you so much for your time. This is a sad news coming in just this afternoon. Tell us what more we have to know.
Thank you very much, Hawa. It's quite an unfortunate news we are hearing this afternoon from the Akwatia area with regards to the unfortunate demise of our very own brother, Enerst Kwami. Now, just last week, Enerst was seen visibly in public at a funeral with the Member of Parliament for Ayensuano constituency, that is Honorable Ida Atsuhum, when they attended a funeral of a member of the party in the Suhum constituency. And the news that I'm picking in indicates that Enerst yesterday just returned from Takrady on a trip. I just got off the phone with the regional secretary of the party, that is Tony Osei Ejay, who also told me that he's also been in touch with his constituency, the Akwatia constituency chairman, to also verify the exact thing that really happened, what really caused Enerst's unfortunate demise. Now, we are also trying to get official statement from the family and an official statement from the party in the region as to what really happened to Honorable Member Enerst Kwami. Now, Enerst, prior to his unfortunate demise, we all know, was a member of the NPP communications team in 2020, where he tried contesting for the parliamentary seat. Now, he was very successful, that is in the primaries, on seating Amase, who happened to be the member of parliament from the NPP side. But unfortunately, during the 2020 general elections, Enerst Kwami lost the seat to Henry Boache, popularly known as Ukoyo, and Enerst vowed to bounce back and recapture the seat, which he successfully did in 2024. So he's been trying his bit and his best to ensure that he keeps the seat for the New Patriotic Party, where he started some projects in the constituency as we speak now. This news is quite an unfortunate news. All the calls I've made to the Akwatia area indicate that the whole place is calm now, as people are trooping into his family house to also verify for themselves that this unfortunate news that we've all heard this afternoon, Hawa.
We know that Akwatia seat is one of the key constituencies to look out for during elections. Now, during the last elections in December 2024, was identified as one of the flashpoints that the police were looking out for. Tell us about this particular constituency. Now, it's a swing seat, which means it goes either ways. But tell us about this particular constituency and how Enerst Kwami became their member of parliament for the NPP.
Yes, definitely. Akwatia over the years has been a swing seat in that particular area. The indigents, that is a resident in Akwatia, they have this mindset that when they decide to move to this particular area in terms of politically, they all try and vote to that side. So we've had incidents where the people of Akwatia have decided that this time of office we are all moving to the NDC, so they vote skirt and blouse. They will choose a member of parliament for that particular area, regardless of what the regional or the national party people would say. We've seen the seats swing from MPP to NDC on different occasions, and it wasn't even just with the last election. We had a saying because Henry Boache Adam took over from Amase, who happened to be who also took over from Baba Jamal, who was on the NDC side. Now Amase held on to the seat for a term, and then Henry Boache Yadom came and then also captured the seat from Amase. Now Boache was also went for a first term, and then Enerst Kwami also came in to recapture the seat back for the NPP in this regard. So people of Akwatia are really sad with this particular situation. But regardless, we are trying to see how I would get the real confirmation from the family. Akwatia have a number of issues which also decides on the side in terms of politically where they would want to go to. So they would want to give a government maybe first 4 years for them to know what the government will do for them. Now, if this government fails, they don't have anything done just to switch to the other side. So Akwatia seat has not, nobody can really say that the Akwatia seat has been a safer place or a safer zone for them or a safer seat for them because the people really decide in unison where they would want to move in terms of politically at every 4 years. So Enerst, after his election, spoke to me personally and said he would try to break that in and also maintain that seat for a second term. But unfortunately, news coming in today has been one of a very sad one, and we are currently wishing their families some condolence in this particular regard, however.
How key is Enerst Kwami in the eastern region for the NPP, a party that he belongs to? And with his demise, how is the NPP going to keep up in maintaining that particular seat?
Enerst was very pivotal, especially in the 2020 elections, because he was seen moving from one television station to the other, one radio station to the other, championing the works of the NPP and the country. Now, even in the region, he's also very vocal in the region, attending party functionaries, going to events, and also trying to move with the test cons, various test cons we have in the eastern region. So you'll have the Koforidua Technical University organizing programs, and Enerst will be on the bill speaking to these young people, encouraging them in the area of entrepreneurship and other areas. So Enerst has been very pivotal in this region. Now, because of his young and vibrancy, he will be somebody that the party would really miss going forward, because he appealed to a lot of people as very young, and he's also been telling them when he came to Koforidua Technical University for a TESCON event, he also told them that all the students can be like him if they are able to remain steadfast and go for what they want. He used his 2020 case as a scenario for them, indicating that he tried, he failed, but the next time he went in 2024, he was very successful. It will be very difficult for the party to replace Enerst Kwami in his young and vibrancy mood in that particular area, but trust me, they would work around the clock to also ensure that they don't lose the seat now that the seat will be declared by the Electoral Commission as vacant. I know a lot of things will go into position in considering the candidate that they are going to parade to go into the by-election, but we all wait to see what the regional and then the national party will decide going forward.
What do we foresee coming in the next couple of days? His demise was just announced today, even though we are yet to get from the family of Enerst Kwami. But going forward, what do we see happening, especially in the eastern region, Akwatia, where he comes from?
So the regional executives would be leading a delegation to officially commiserate with the family, and after that they will also get a delegation from the party headquarters. The national level would also come in. They will issue some statements, and a date will be set together in consultation with the family for the 1 week observation of our brother Enerst Kwami, where upon the 1 week a date will also be fixed. I'm trying to believe that they would want to do all this quickly so that it reduces the grief within the family, and also in terms of the larger picture with regards to their numbers in Parliament, would also try to mobilize as soon as possible, and also come into conclusion on who they would present going forward in the by-election, so that they recapture the seat, because their seat, we all know, has not been a safer seat for either of the parties, that is the NPP and then the NDC. So they would try to work this in harmony and in unison, and do this as quick as possible with regards to their numbers in Parliament, so that we'll see the way forward in that particular regard.
We know this is his first term that he was serving, so he's served barely 6 months in his capacity as the MP for the good people of Akwatia. Do we know of some of the works he carried out prior to him being elected as Member of Parliament for the area, and what he's been able to do in the last 6 months? So
a key among us, this current issue about the opium abuse in that particular area, where he's carried out some series of advocacy trying to get the youth in that particular area to desist from drug and substance abuse in that particular regard. We know that he is also advocating for a scholarship scheme for some youth in that particular area. Now, we shouldn't also forget that Akwatia has a number of artisans in that particular area, where he's been also trying to lobby and then get some entrepreneurship support for all these artisans in that particular area. Enerst has been very pivotal, and is always on the ground in that particular area, where he would move from Parliament to be in the constituency on weekends and the people. He knows this for sure, because the area has been safe for any of the political parties. So if you are a member of Parliament for Akwatia and you don't often visit your constituency, you lose touch and you lose your base with the people. So he's been coming very often, and this has been a start one for the people of Akwatia, especially the family of Enerst Kwami in the area.
For the people of Akwatia, this is a sad one for them and the nation at large. But how are they going to be able to cope in the next few days, even before a new member is elected, either from the NDC or the NPP or any of the other political parties? How do you foresee them going about their normal duties in the wake of the death of their MP?
Yeah, so our business will continue as usual. We that Akwatia is a mining area. The area is always busy. People are carrying out their normal activities, but they'll take a quick break from all this and then try and commiserate with the family first, and maybe bounce back after the 1 week observation is held for our brother Enerst. But the business will continue as usual, and largely will depend on the leadership of the new patriotic party in the region with regards to how they can maintain that particular seat. As I earlier indicated, it's a swing seat, and they would want to rally behind somebody. They wouldn't want to go into some dispute as to regards to who they would present for the by-election, because if the unforeseen circumstance happens where it becomes an issue about who they are going to present to replace Enerst, if there's some dispute in that particular area, it will go a long way to affect the party in that particular area. That is, if they don't decide on one person, and a lot of people show interest with regards to who should lead the party into that by-election, it will be a major blow for the NPP in the area. So I believe as we speak now, even though they are commiserating, they are also taking plans on that particular area to ensure that they get somebody who is loved by the people and who would continue the work of Kwami, so that the party does not lose that particular seat to the NPP. Because as we speak now, that issue, the Akwatia issue, constituency issue, is still in court. Just last week or 2 weeks ago, a High Court overturned a decision in Enerst's favor. So that issue has not been done with as we speak now. There's still a court issue on the Akwatia constituency issue, and I believe leadership of the party will take all this into consideration in regards to choosing somebody to lead the party in a by-election.
Kanako, thank you so much for your time. That was our Eastern Regional Correspondent Neoni Amate Kanako giving us all there is to know about the Akwatia constituency following the death of their Member of Parliament, Enerst Kwami. Now, some colleagues of Enerst Kwami in Parliament have been sending in their messages of condolences to him and then that of his family. There's one from Edem Agbana of the Ketu North constituency. He writes on his Facebook that, "Oh, Enerst, you broke my heart deeply. Bro, is this all there is to the struggle? What happened to all the discussions we had just last week? Oh, dead Lord, have mercy." And this is coming from a colleague MP of Enerst Kwami, Edem Agbana, who happens to be the MP for the good people of Ketu North in the Volta region. This is Channel 1 TV, and this is our live coverage of the unfortunate death of the Member of Parliament for Akwatia in the Eastern region, Enerst Kwami, who sadly passed on this morning. The family is here to officially communicate the passing to the general public and also officially inform members of Parliament, i.e. the Speaker. We spoke to our colleague in Parliament, Ni Ayukwe Okan, who tells us that though Parliament is yet to sit and have its normal sittings for the day, he's hopeful that is one of the key issues that will come up for today's sitting, and the mood in Parliament is not encouraging, looking at the fact that one of their own has passed on. And you just heard the interview with our correspondent in the Eastern region, Neoni Amate Kanako, telling us all there is to know about the death of Enerst Kwami. We keep an eye on this developing story and then bring you more as and when we have it. On this note, we say our condolences to the family of Enerst Kwami. I'm Hawa Idrisi Mustafa. Good afternoon.
I'm happy that this discussion is being had in this Parliament dispassionately. Just last week, a simple request for procedural fairness from the minority leader on behalf of a former minister of this republic degenerated into a debate on this floor. And as I sat in my chair, I asked myself, for how long will we keep doing this to ourselves? Because today it is me, tomorrow it could be you. And as we keep arguing along the way, I ask myself that if the Constitution guarantees that at least we need to be fair to ourselves, why can't we allow and ask for a simple procedural fairness to happen? Other speakers have spoken already on other things that do happen to us as politicians. The protocol conundrum that we politicians keep giving to people is also increasingly becoming a challenge to us in this country. And to quote the Honorable Dr. Kumbo, who had said previously in other public domains, until you are injected by an incompetent doctor or nurse for you to die, that is when you will know that we need to begin to advocate for fairness and equal opportunity and access for people. Mr. Speaker, just this morning, I was asked by a journalist within this precinct of Parliament that he wants to know that are we waiting, or for how long will we wait until when a president wins an election in this country and the opponent goes to court just to challenge that person unfairly and to just deny that person that right that is due him? Mr. Speaker, in order not to sound prejudicial, I refuse to comment on the matter. But I want all of us to take note.
Order. Honourable members, order.
Mr. Speaker, I want all of us to take note that this discussion that we are having here should not be one that we are just having it today and let it slide. It should bring to fore meaningful thoughts and discussion, where citizens, policymakers, and CSOs will all come together to advance social justice in this country, and especially to me as the MP for Akwatia in this country. Thank you.
Where politics meets power, where the tough questions are asked, welcome to Face to Face. Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.